Hi everyone. So on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page yesterday, I was talking about the program Married at First Sight, the Australian version. So just to be clear, I don't watch I tried to tune in a few times to the UK version of Married at First Sight, and my opinion, this is just my opinion, is it is pure entertainment. I feel like they choose people specifically who to cause drama. It feels so like scripted, so fake and not real and not genuine at all. And it is literally just people screaming at each other, having arguments over nothing. Now, I know that all reality TV programs have an element of that, but with the UK version of Married at First Sight, to me, it just feels so like pathetic that it's not worth watching. It doesn't even feel like they're trying to like treat it as a psychological experiment. It's more of just get lots of people together who you know are not going to get on, and they're screaming at each other and shouting. So after about two episodes of watching, I couldn't take any more. The American version, I've seen a few of those on YouTube because they don't show them on UK TV. But the Australian one, I've watched probably all episodes of that from the beginning, all series. And the reason for that is part of it might still be entertainment purposes. But what I like about the Australian Married at First Sight is the experts seem genuine. The matches seem genuine. I mean, most of them have worked out, or a lot of them have worked out. And I like the way they operate. That's just my opinion. It feels real. And even when, people have the breakdowns or where there's been a separation. And that's what I want to talk about, some of the themes since I've been watching, but especially last night. So it's not about the individual couples that are on there. It's more about the themes that have come up and how that has impacted. Because on my Facebook page, I said, literally, I was getting teary-eyed last night. Yesterday's Married at First Sight, Australia, was one of the most powerful because there was two separations, but also it was about a couple that had taken their time to get to know each other. And because I work with couples a lot as well, and also just because if you're a romantic or if you're someone that wants to understand relationships, sometimes watching these types of programs are useful and helpful. So the first one or theme that came up was one person saying I love you and the other person not feeling the same way. And that was really powerful in terms of how that couple handled that. I really had respect for the way that they were, not making each other feel. The person who said, I love you, he acknowledged that he was heartbroken because the other person didn't feel the same way. But she acknowledged, how important he had been in her life, how the experiment, there's memories from that. That made me choke up because they were just so nice to each other. And she was saying, when you meet someone, they're going to be really lucky. And it wasn't fake, it was real. You could tell that they really meant that because they've always got on in the experiment. People were crying like on the other couples because they could tell that it was just one of those things where it just doesn't work. And I think we've all been in those situations where maybe we like someone more than I have. I'm not going to lie, where I've liked someone more than they've liked me. And there's nothing you can do in that situation. It's just, you can't make that person like you. You can't change who you are. You can't create some chemistry. So I think it just was really powerful because I think it's relatable. Everyone's been there. The second theme was someone saying, you're not my type, but then still staying with that person. So with Jack and Tori, Jack and Tori, they're a young couple. This guy, they've not slept together. They keep saying they're not going to talk about their sex life and stuff, but he has literally flirted with another woman and said she is his type, and she's literally complete opposite of the person he's with. My personal feeling is that because Tori is very aggressive and she's very angry, and she's never she don't hardly smile, and she doesn't show any softness, but also in her body language as well towards him. I mean, their body language, you don't see any affection. I mean, all couples are different, but the feeling based on all the actions that he's done is that he's not into her. He said to the other girl, you're my type. And he said that if he was with someone who was more his type, he would have definitely had sex by now. Plus, there's lots of controversy about whether he's really still with his ex and stuff. So I felt sorry for her, but not sorry for her, if you like, because I felt sorry for her because she's hanging on in there and she wants to be she's a very proud woman. She keeps saying, I'm not being taken for a fool. I know what I'm doing. But I think deep down, she knows she's being taken for a fool, but she just doesn't want to admit it because she'll feel shameful. But he's completely not into her. Everything about his body language, about he's not bothered. He's not into her at all. And that's just my opinion on that. There's the other couple, which was really sad, and that was really emotional. That one was the couple where she's had bad experiences with her exes in the past. I think there might have been abuse and things. she's now moved forward from that, and she's trying to be in this relationship and be heard. He won't listen to her, so I can't remember her name, the couple that I'm talking about. They're an older couple. I wish I could remember their name. They're in their 50s. And what was sad is that you could see that they were just clashing. He was very strong male, got this alpha male, but he's also an older man, and he just was, I think I do understand him yesterday when he was saying that he doesn't get any feeling that she's into him. You could tell with her body language, it doesn't seem like someone who's into her man. And so he was getting frustrated. Then he kept saying, because of your past, that's the reason, you know, we're not connecting. She kept saying, it's not because of my past. She kept getting angry. They were compatible on paper, but there was just something in the way. And even yesterday when they were separating, she said, we're just on different pages. They couldn't get there. And I think that was why it was sad. It was really, I felt sad for them, because and especially when he broke down and he was just saying, you know, he wants to be enough in the work that he does. He feels like he's a good person. And he said that she was making him feel like he wasn't good enough or wasn't a good person. That was really sad to hear someone feel like that. And in the end, they did like have a little bit of a hug, and they recognise they're going their separate ways. I felt for both of them, but I do feel like I get where he's coming from, because she wasn't giving him any signs to say that she's into him, but she was saying it in words but not action. So she was saying, I'm here, I don't understand why you don't think I'm into you, but she was very cold. To me, she felt like a cold person who wasn't showing him the affection, and so he was picking up on that, and he kept getting frustrated. He's saying, you know, what's going on here? And she kept saying, well, we are moving fast, but they weren't moving at the pace where they were. So that was sad. Another one is when someone is closed off, and this is the couple that have come really far with each other, Lucinda and Tim. Fantastic couple. They started off closed off. When I started watching the show, the first clip I saw was of them having an argument. He was angry with her. Then her dad had to have a word with him and say, you know, what did he say? Don't get your titties in a tangle. I remember that because I was laughing. He's, what's wrong with you? You know, man up. And he was just giving him this pep talk. Why are you always sulking? Why are you always angry? This is my daughter. Proper sticking up for his daughter, but at the same time giving him a man-to-man talk. After that, you know, this guy recognised that he had walls that were up, and then they went to the retreat. He's 52, and what I liked about yesterday, and this is what I'm trying to say, compared with the other Married at First Sight, they really do go deep, and the people really do seem that they're having this epiphany, and they're getting to know themselves. So he was saying, I'm 52. I've never had a relationship where I felt like this, or a real strong relationship. He was respecting his partner for bringing out the best in him. You know, he was talking about the fact that vulnerability is a weakness. It was really powerful. It made me cry anyway, because just to see a couple, where they started, where they are, and how you can get there. And as a couples counsellor, but also in some of my own relationships, it just shows sometimes you can have two people and it feels like, you know, perfect for each other. But there's just something not working, and it's whether you want to do the work and stick in there when that person is like, you know, leave me alone, or where that person is like throwing you under the bus or saying horrible things to you. When you stick in there, if you know that you're a match, things can happen. And as I've said previously, there's probably only been 2 of my relationships where I think I've bailed out too soon. I've ended it with them. And looking back, you know, if we went to couples counselling, this was before I was a counsellor, or if we tried to make it work, it probably could have. Everything was there. But yeah, it's a really interesting show, but I really like the Australian version of Married at First Sight because I feel it is genuine. And I also feel this year, out of all the series as well, they've toned everything down. So they've not put in these crazy characters who are cheating. There's no cheating this year, as far as I know. No one's cheated. There's no like really crazy characters. They've just got genuine people, and it looks like a lot of them are matches. You know, Jade and what's her name? Jade, and I can't remember her partner's name. She's a mother. She's introduced to her partner to her daughter. There's just lots of nice things happening. And I think if you believe in love, and if you're interested in like genuine, not like Love Island nonsense, not X on the Beach, where it's literally just young people, all good looking, all off Instagram, where they throw them all together and it's for entertainment. And that's why the UK reality TV programs, I sort of give them a miss. Majority of them are just the format. They think this is what people want to see. I don't want to see that. I want to see a genuine experiment with real people who are really trying to find love. I'm not saying anyone on Love Island, some of them are still together, so some of them are probably into it, but it's just, I think they think that that's what the British public want to see, and maybe some of the young people in Britain want to see that. I don't want to see that, because you can see it's fake, you can see there's nothing to it. But the Australian Married at First Sight, you've got different age groups, you've got different personalities, you've got people who it seems like the experts are really genuine wanting them to find love, and it's really interesting to watch. So check it out. I think it's coming towards the end now. They've had their, I think they're going to do the Meet the Parents or Meet Families next. So yeah, if you watch it as well, give your review, let me know what you think of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.